My name is Maryletha, and I'm from Batesville, Arkansas, and I attend First Assembly of God Church here. I was looking for life in all the wrong places. I was trying to live all wrong. I was living, but I wasn't living. I was dead. My life, I used to be a drug addict. I was 20 years on meth, and that was my life. It consumed me. I lived to get high. I went to bed. I get up, stay up all day long, forever looking for a bump, and that's what you call a hit of dope. That was my life. I couldn't go anywhere unless I was high. I stayed high, then I'd be up so long that I'd go to bed, and then the minute I got out of bed, the minute my feet hit the floor, I was looking for a bump if I didn't have any. I used to live with a cook. A cook is somebody that manufactures methamphetamines. I used to drive to Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, and I used to buy Sudafed. That's one of the ingredients that you use to make meth. I'd drive there, all the way from here, and go from pharmacy to pharmacy picking up Sudafed. Me and another chick said I was a meth addict for 20 years, and the first 3 years I have a daughter, and she's now 9 years old, and the first 3 years of her life I was still an addict. And I used to sell drugs and deal drugs. I used to deal drugs to support me and her. We used to live in BB. This is before I moved to Batesville. This is what brought me to Batesville. I used to live in BB, and that's when I was living with the cook. His house blew up, and I lived in a separate house, and that's when my nurse team brought him to my house to nurse him back to life. Well, then to nurse him back to health. Then we found out that the law was looking for us. This was in BB, Arkansas. And they were starting to harass us, so we went to his brother's trailer in Mount Pleasant, Arkansas, which is not very far from Batesville. And we started, we didn't know what to do. We was trying to hide out, trying to figure out what to do. Anyway, I got wind that they knew that we was up there, so me and my daughter went to Texas, and I told him he could come with us to Texas where my mother was. We went down there, and that's when the Arkansas State Police come down there and got him and extradited him back here. And then me and Gabby moved back down here, back to the same trailer that we lived in when we went hiding from the law. I just tried to start when he was in jail. They took him to jail, in Texas. And then when I got back down here, I started to try to get off drugs. And I started looking for a church to go to. And man, I was so bound. So me and my daughter, I saw this sign that said, "Come catch the wind, First Assembly of God, or 20th in line." And me and my daughter started coming here. And they just made us feel so welcomed here. They accepted me. And they knew all about me. They still love me. When my boyfriend got out of jail, he had led me to believe all this whole time that he was going to get out of jail. Me and him was going to live right, and he was going to go to church with me. When he got out of jail, he didn't like the real me. He didn't like the new me, and so I felt like he was hindering my walk with the Lord. So we parted ways, and me and Gabby we were homeless. And this couple in church opened their home and their hearts to us. They didn't even hardly know us. They just knew us from us going to this church. And they let me and Gabby come live with them for about a month. I had 4 husbands. That's when I was living in the world. I was looking for love. Not long after I started going to this church, I got filled with the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And wow, it was, my hands were like fire. And God's love and His power just surged all through me. He has breathed a new me in me. I have joy in my heart. I love people. I love Jesus. And it's Jesus loving people through me, I know. But I'm alive because I met Jesus.